Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the front room, in the gallery room. That's not a fried egg in there, by the way. But it sure does look like one, huh? So, I did this last night. This is part 2. And I've been thinking about it for a while, and I want to do a couple things. One, I want to mix the white metallic from Anita's with a little bit of yellow to make my moon, so it will then shimmer. And if I need more white in there, which it looks like the yellow is just taken over completely, then I'll do that. I'm using the corner of the dish to try and consolidate my color. That's a better color right there. I like that color. I'm also going to use it to touch the edges of the mountains. But for me, what I liked best about this last night was this really dark purple in there. And I seem to lose some of it. And I have never experimented with adding the multi-surface neon folk art purple to an already dry painting. And I have to not mind what happens to it. But I really want to play with it. I mean, I really, really want to play with it. Now that I've got that in there, it makes me think that maybe I can get away with adding some of the same pale blue that I used to lighten up the Prussian blue. And I think if I get any of these little streaks, I'm going to use my finger to smooth that into place. And right over the edge. So I don't really mind the streaks. Actually, I'm just going to use my finger, period. And if I want some more, I'm going to put some more in there. And if I need to use my spatula, I will in a second. But I love that purple. And I think, I'm crossing my fingers, you'll know when I do, that that's going to work out. As long as I keep my stroke moving all the way across, it should be no problem. And then, I think what I really want to do is put my moon peeking out. So I'm going to take the dull end of that skewer and start that. I'm not going to meet, and now there's a star over there. I'm not going to meet up with that edge completely until I get down to using the pointed end of the skewer just very carefully. Add a little bit more paint, and the Floetrol in my mix will help level out that. And I think there's going to be, yeah, I like the color for the stars, so that's okay with me. And anywhere that I have any little imperfections, I'm just going to put another star or several, depending on how long the paint on the end of my, not really as pointed as you would wish it to be, skewer is. So let me grab a sharper skewer. I have them hanging around, and do that a little bit more. I'm going to roll it off too. I love putting stars. I love putting stars and moon into things. So there's my little seam, and I'm going to try and add just a few little hits of Moonlight and drag them around, and I think that that's going to be, they don't have to be right on the top edge of things. As a matter of fact, if you put them in a little bit, then they're going to create some dimension, as if it's receding back. And I will try and remember to show you before I go. So, thank you guys for shopping my Amazon link. It's under the link tree. It's at no added cost to you, and it's a great place to find. Even skewers are there. So I like all that. I very much like adding Moonlight. It just even sounds like a magical process. And I can make things as dimensional as I want, as long as I'm continuing on to add more and more of the reflected light from the moon. If I move it into the foreground, then your eye comes forward. I'll move that right out of there. So I can put a little right there. And I like it. Yeah, when I took the picture of the painting, then it was wet, and it's really hard to take a good picture at night because even though I have daylight, I want to call them coded, labeled lighting, it's still not like actual sunlight, no matter what you do. So I don't want to go overboard so far that I think it's tacky. So I'm going to try and be judicious with my Moonlight. But I'm still enjoying putting it in here, so just a little bit here and there goes a very long way. The more random your stars are, the more realistic they're going to look. They can be in lines or constellations. So this is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. Excuse me, I'm in the front room. I knew I was going to do that sooner or later. So even though I like what I've got, I see that there's canvas along the top. And that's the neon. And this is the color shifting purple flash. And I just feel like if I give myself just a little bit more, because the flash will change colors to blue. And I like a more random pattern in my sky anyway. The more random, the more organic, the more it looks natural to me. See if I really like that. Yep, finger painting 101. What can I say? It happens. I already said I don't have any rules because nobody taught me anything. So I try it my way first, and if it doesn't work, somebody makes a suggestion, I'll try that too. Maybe just one tiny little. There. I think that's okay. I think I see a little bit of a flaw here. So if you guys want to help me out, shop the Amazon link at no added cost to you. My books are there. Expressionist Art Studio Gallery's books are Volume 1 is because I can. Volume 2 is because, excuse me, Volume 2 is Unlimited Possibilities. So far that's all we got. They're the first 100. I may have said most of this in the last video and I wouldn't remember now. Thank you for the thumbs up. Really appreciate that. Thank you for joining me. Do I need any more Moonlight? I'm wondering if maybe I want some over here. Yep. Somebody's like, I knew you weren't done. So if I use the bigger blob where I think I'm going to need more Moonlight, then the leftovers, if there are any, is a good place to move on to like a smaller place of reflectivity. And I think I could just drag those right out, you know that? The others are dry already. Oh well, too late. But for next time, that's not a bad thing to remember. Let's give that a try. So I can just smooth that out. Add a little Moonlight right in there. I don't think that hurt anything. I kind of like it actually. I don't want to take too many of the patterns away either though. But every time I do that, it draws your eye around more inside the composition. Can't think of a better tool to smooth than your finger. So I love you guys. There's almost 89,000 of you subscribed. And I'm still posting things to Phoenix Rising Priscilla Batzell Art where there are no commercials. So if you want to mosey on over there, you can have a commercial-free experience. And I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Look under my Linktree link for Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, and all my Facebook groups, including Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for Students, where you can find today's video most times. Also, on my community board on my YouTube channel is another place you can find the video. And if you're there already, you might want to check out my creative playlists and look under all playlists, and you'll find over 1,400 videos arranged by genre. I'm going to put a little bit of paint on the top of my canvas because it's looking a little bit less than totally covered. And just because you guys need to know that, I'll show you how I do it. Nothing to it at all, just a finger, and it's good to have water or a rag handy because you're going to need it, especially with the Prussian blue. I'll check my edges down here. Fill in that little crack in the corner that always seems to reject paint. And that way I'll have a little blue line above that pink cloud, and that'll make me happy too, because that's kind of was one of the reasons why I was compelled to cover that right now. So you guys take care. I told you that. And look for Oliver print leggings and Oliver print t-shirts and lots more stuff on Teespring clothing below the video. I will try and zoom in because it's awfully far away. And try not to shake the table too much while I climb my ladder. And that's about it. Let's see if I need to focus. Alright, you guys take care. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching longer. And remember, if you're subscribed and you get a notification and you watch in the first hour, you help my channel. People see me more, and more notifications are given out by YouTube. So take care. I love you guys. Bye for now. Priscilla out.